Good morning, good morning. Do, 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 do. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a good morning. It's a good morning. It's going to be a good morning. It's a good morning. Good morning. Welcome to a daily dose of joy. We are here to dose our brains all throughout the day, optimizing our opportunity to create positive neurotransmitters in our brain because we've got joyful habits in our life. These will sustain us through good times and bad. And they're fun and easy. And today's microdosing tool is the Whoopsie Daisy story. Yaka, yaka, yaka. Whoopsie Daisy stories are designed to help us reframe throughout our day when wobbles happen. Sorry, I even start thinking about it, start laughing, and find the humor. Because life is imperfect. We're going to make mistakes. And the more we can sort of embrace the chaos and embrace the mistakes and have compassion for ourselves and others, the better things go and the quicker we rise on to the next thing. And so humor and levity and learning how to retell a story with humor and levity. So at first you may not find the humor in the moment. It's all right. There may be a lot of going on, but then when you get a breath and get some distance, you start being able to see it. And then you can share it by telling a friend. All right. So today's Whoopsie Daisy stories, we're going to have some from the world of Bane. Bainesy, Bay. A friend told me today that most dogs have 3 or 4 names. My son named ours after a Batman character, but I never call him by that name. And he is a font of Whoopsie Daisy stories. So 2 of the funniest ones lately with him were, we're beginning to make the house back to normal. And so I'd taken down some gates around the sofa and all this, but then it was evening and I turned on this little salt lamp I have. I don't know if y'all have seen these Himalayan salt lamps, and they're just sort of create this beautiful pinkish, warm apricot light. And I think that they have some energy benefits, but mine's mostly it's just beautiful. They're beautiful. And so I have one sitting next to the sofa, and they're made of Himalayan salt. So he jumped up on the sofa for one of the first times and went over and licked it. And then he was like a horse with a salt lick. He's like, I thought he's going to carve a tongue-shaped hole into this lamp. Because it's literally made out of bricks of salt. And he's like, I found my new treat. Mommy put this treat out here for me. Yay! And it took a little bit of repeat training to get him to realize, no, that's a lamp. That is not for your consumption. But it was the funniest thing. He thought it was a salt lick and that he was a deer, or a salt lick and he was a horse. You know, he's like, this, of course, is here for me to just lick it up. And it would have thought of that. It would have thought that, like, oh, I need to watch out for my lamp being licked to death. Whoopsie Daisy. Oh, it just made me relax laughing and thinking about that. That feels good. Okay, so Whoopsie Daisy with the puppy number 2 is I feed him in Kongs, these big red rubber things, and stuff him with food so he can work for his food, because boy, that doggy likes to work. He really likes a job. And so he's used to getting his food in these. Well, I was just noticing he was a little skinny because we've been exercising more. And so I thought, I'll just give him an extra little bowl of food, which I put into a white china dish. Red rubber Kong, white china dish. So I put some extra food in there and put it down. But one of the first times he's ever eaten out of a bowl his whole life. White china bowl. And so he's eating it up, gobbling it up, while I'm actually making some more Kongs for him for later in the day. And so I don't notice. He picks it up with his teeth, walks away with it, and drops it. And I'm like, what's that sound? And I go in and he's doing it again and again and again, because the red rubber Kongs, he's used to picking it up and dropping it in 1 or 2 pieces will work their way out. And so there's this beautiful white china dish, squeaky clean, empty. But he's like, maybe if I go drop it, I'll work something out. Maybe some more will pop out of here somehow. I haven't seen a Kong like this before. And he decides to go do the same routine. So instead of this bounce, 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 it's like, you know, which eventually turned into a nice little crack in the china bowl by the time I could get to him. But what do you do? Whoopsie, I laughed so hard because it was comic. Like, of course he's going to go bounce it around. That's what he's always done with his food. It was just, oh well, whoopsie daisy. It wasn't a fine china bowl. Just, whoopsie. All right, so that was 2. And then I had another. Something else happened in the last few days. I feel so good. Oh yeah, it was the other morning. I'd made my tea, had my cup of tea, and took the puppy out, came back in, was washing my hands, put my cup of tea down on the counter by the sink, and then I was using the soap dispenser, and it's kind of stuck. You know how that can happen sometimes? The soap pump gets a little stuck, a little clogged, and so I gave it a real hard pump, and then Old Spice hand soap goes bloop into my tea. Because my son really likes that smell. So I was like, whoopsie daisy. Poured that cup of tea out and started again. And remembered I should unclog that little thing in the soap dispenser. Because it was like, you know, my hand is here, but when they get clogged, they just shoot liquid soap like, and go in your eye, and go just randomly anywhere in the room. And that's what happened. So that's how I got Old Spice into my teacup. What can you do? It gave me a good laugh. Oh, so nice. Those laughs just are activating my rest, digest, relax, be at ease. Feels good. So let's take 3 solidarity breaths. Celebrate our practice. Celebrate any relief or increase in positive feelings, and let it saturate into your body. Oh, I felt so good. May today surprise and delight us. And I look forward to having this time together tomorrow. See you then.